This Java program is an online banking system with 3 user types: Basic, Premium, and VIP. Each has a unique ID and PIN. With 3 login attempts allowed, Basic starts with 10,000 pesos and can withdraw up to 25,000 pesos daily. Premium with 20,000 pesos and 50,000 pesos limit, and VIP with 50,000 pesos and no limit. Users can deposit, withdraw, or check balance with up to 3 transactions per session and 3 chances to fix any errors. After a session, they can continue, switch accounts, or log out.
Ito ang aking part sa aming project sa CCS 102. Algorithm 1. Start the program. May lalabas po dyan display to banking system. Ang explanation ko po, this part starts the program and greets the user. It serves as the program's introduction, setting a friendly tone and letting the user know that they have entered the banking system interface. Step 2. Initialize variables. Meron po diyang mga attempts. Meron po diyang attempts 3, login attempts, transaction attempt, account balance 1, which is may 10k. Yun yung po ay basic account. Account balance 2, ayun po ay premium account na may 20k na balance. Account balance 3, ito po ay VIP account. May 50k na balance na po siya. Ang explanation ko po this is variables are declared and initialized to store login attempts, transaction limits, and account balances. This helps control the flow of the program and maintain the consistency throughout each session. 3. Login process. Ask user to input ID and PIN. If ID and PIN match specific values, they are directed to corresponding account tier. Otherwise, decrease attempts and ask again. If attempts reach 0, prompt user to log in as another user or end program. Ang explanation ko po ito ay the login process ensures that only authorized user can access their accounts. It also includes a security feature that limits the number of login attempts, preventing unauthorized access. 4. Step 4. Transaction session. Once login, display account tier and transaction option. May lalabas po diyang 1, 2, 3. Yung 1 po, deposit. 2, withdrawal. 3, check balance. Ang explanation ko po this transaction session. This section serves as the main option of the program, giving the user different transaction options. It helps organize the system functionality so that users can easily choose what they want to do. Step 5. Deposit process. Ask to enter the deposit amount. If amount 0, add it to balance and show success message. If amount less than 0, display an error and decrease deposit attempts. Ang ulitin ko po sa una, if amount greater than 0, add it to balance and show success message. If amount less than 0, display an error and decrease deposit attempts. Explanation ko po dito ay deposit process lets user add money to their account. It includes input validation to ensure that only positive amounts are accepted, preventing errors or invalid transactions. 6. Withdrawal process. Show withdrawal limit depending on account type. Ask user for amount. If amount exceeds balance or limit, displays error and reduce attempts. If balance, deduct from balance and show success message. Close transaction if attempts run out. Ang explanation ko po dito ay this process allows user to withdraw money within certain limits. It includes security and validation check to prevent overdrawing or exceeding withdrawing limits. 8. After each transaction, magtatanong po ang user, may tatanong po sa program or sa code na may lalabas po cut na lang. After each transaction, may lalabas po na sa program o sa code na Y means yes or Y means another transaction session, or N means log in another account, O means log out. If Y po ang pinili nyo, babalik lang po siya sa transaction ulit at bibigyan ka po ng option kung mag-withdraw ka o magde-deposit. If N po, magre-restart po ulit. Sabi ko nga po kanina, magre-restart po ulit at magbibigay siya ng login process. If O, yun na nga po, end or log out. Ang explanation ko po dito, this section manages what happened after each transaction. It provides flexibility to continue using the system or log out safely, improving the user's experience. 9. End program. Ang explanation ko po dito ay, the program ends after the user chooses to log out or exit. It displays a thank you message to confirm the session has ended properly. Yun lang po. Salamat.
So basically, to create this pseudocode, I started with the idea of simulating a simple banking system. I knew I needed to cover essential functions like logging in, depositing and withdrawing money, and checking the balance. I started by outlining the main steps a user would take, and then I translated those steps into a simplified human-readable format. I focused on the logic and flow of the program.
Good morning, Sir Bigwa. My name is Sean Rian Sindak Fernandez from 1BSITC. So I would like to explain my part from our research. So first of all, I use simple descriptive language to represent the actions the program will take, like display to show something to the screen, and input to get information from the users. I also use conditional statement and loops to control the flow of the program based on certain conditions. I also made sure to include some basic error handling, like checking if the user enters a valid deposit amount or if they have enough money in their account to make withdrawal. The goal was to create a clear and concise representation of the program's logic that could be easy understood by anyone. Thank you for listening.
Good day everyone. I'll be explaining the first part of our flowchart for the program titled ATM Banking System. The flowchart starts with the start symbol, where the system welcomes the user to the banking system. Next, the program asks the user to enter their ID and PIN. This information is checked by the system to verify if the login details are correct. If the entered ID and PIN match, the user is allowed to log in. But if the input is wrong, the system will reduce the login attempts by 1. When all 3 attempts are used, the system will ask if the user wants to log in as another user. If the answer is no, the program will end. If the answer is yes, the process loops back to the login step. After a successful login, the system will identify which account the user belongs to. There are 3 account tiers: Basic account tier, Premium account tier, VIP account tier. Each account has its initial balance and withdrawal limit, except for the VIP, which does not have a withdrawal limit. Once the account is confirmed, the system moves on to the transaction menu.
After completing a session, which is composed of 3 transactions, the program asks if the users want to perform another transaction, log in with another account, or log out. If users choose to continue, the flow goes back to continue transaction menu. If they choose to log in with another account, the process returns to the login section. If they log out, the system ends with a "Thank you for using our service." And that's how flowcharts represent the entire flows of our ATM banking system, from login, doing transaction, and finally exiting the program. Thank you.
Good day, and I'm here to discuss the actual code of the project. The project consists of several conditional statements and loop. The top part is where the initialization is located, the account balances and limits. Also, the number of attempts is initialized at the top. During the login process, the program will ask the user to enter an ID and PIN number. After inputting the right ID and PIN, the conditional statement, if-else-if statement, will determine which bank account pair does the PIN and ID belongs to. If correct, the user can perform a transaction session. Each transaction session composed of 3 transactions because of the for loop. The user can choose between deposit, withdraw, or check balance. We use switch statement for every transaction option so it will be easier to manage complex code, particularly when dealing with multiple conditional branches based on a single variable or expression. We use assignment operators to do the mathematical equations in deposit and withdraw transaction, in order for the new balance to be accurate and correct. Also, they make the code shorter and clearer by combining an operation, as the balance has to be reflective based on the order of transaction that the user performs. We use while loop on both deposit and withdraw transaction to ensure the 3 attempts that the user is able to make if the user puts an invalid amount. In withdrawal, we added do while loop and conditional statements, making the user to be able to decide whether to continue entering amount or close the transaction and end the program after entering an amount that exceeds the balance or limit accordingly to its account pair. Then the check balance option will simply display the current balance of the account. Each successful transaction will activate the for loop to be able for the user to perform up to 3 before asking the user to continue having a transaction session, which the do while executes the for loop to grant another 3 transactions, or log in as another account, which enables the user to enter different account and ID to access different account, or log out, which will end the program. The bottom part of the code is the validation of entered PIN and ID. Each wrong or invalid inputs will decrement the attempt from 3 to 0. When the attempt is equal to 0, the program will lock and ask if wants to log in as another user. If yes, the attempt will back to 3, and the program will ask the user to enter ID and PIN again. If no, the program will end.
Hi everyone, I'm Dave, and today I'll start by sharing about one of the most important parts of programming, testing and debugging. This process helps us make sure our program works correctly and smoothly. For example, when we did the login test, it allowed users to log in only when the correct ID and PIN were entered. If not, it gave them 3 tries before locking the system. That shows how loops and conditions work together properly. Another thing I noticed is during the deposit test, the program accepted valid amounts but blocked invalid ones. It even showed an invalid amount message when a wrong value was entered. That's a clear sign the validation feature is doing its job.
Thanks, Dave. I'll continue. With more example from the testing phase. During the withdrawal test, we saw how the program followed the limit of 35,000. When the user tried to withdraw more, it reduced the number of attempts. That means the system is aware of transaction rules and user limits. Then, when checking the balance, the program showed the right amount every time, even after deposits and withdrawals. It's proof that all updates were recorded properly. Finally, the logout and exit functions work perfectly. When the user chose to log out, the session ended correctly, and the program closed cleanly. In summary, testing and debugging help confirm that every feature runs as planned without errors. Thank you.